Jordan Sears. I am on the Gold Bar City Council. I was appointed in March of this year, which made me the youngest elected official in the history of the state of Washington. And the youngest openly LGBTQ elected official in the history of the country. I also currently serve as the interim first vice chair of the 39th Legislative District Democrats, and I am running for chairman of the 39th in the special election on September 14th. Yeah. But today isn't about me. This is about our planet and our environment. It is the Blue Earth Gala. When the human body gets sick, whether it be from the common cold or some viruses, the body raises its temperature to fight the infection. We call that a fever. The harder the body works at fighting this disease by itself, the higher the fever. For hundreds of thousands of years, humankind has lived symbiotically with Earth. However, because of mass pollution, deforestation, and man-made climate change, we have become a virus, and the planet has a fever. If we don't begin to change our course of action, the planet will eradicate the disease known as humankind. We can start in small steps. If we buy a new car, try and buy 100% electric, or more fuel efficient. Try and use reusable straws and cups. Try and eat less meat. Try and switch to solar power. On Monday, I'll be introducing a resolution to the City Council to begin the process of switching the city to 100% renewable energy by 2026. But I'll tell you, that is just a few steps
in the right direction. To move leaps and bounds, we must
hold big corporations and businesses accountable. Last year, from a study from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, found that only 100 companies account for 71% of all carbon-based emissions in the world, and only 25 of those companies account for 50%. Greedy stockholders would rather put short-term economic gains for themselves over the long-term survival of our species and this planet. But environmental justice is tied with social justice. These companies purposefully exploit our minority communities to create larger profits for themselves. Look at the North Dakota Access Pipeline, which skipped over a white area neighborhood to go through the Sioux land in Standing Rock. Flint, Michigan still does not have clean water, and over 8,000 residents risk losing their homes because they refuse to pay their water bills for contaminated water. Look at what's going on right now in Hawaii with Mauna Kea and the TMT, or what's happening in Brazil with the massive deforestation, and across the world with the desertization of where we plant our food. We need to make these corporations understand that when our food is uneatable, our water undrinkable, and our air unbreathable, that their money isn't gonna mean shit. When you vote this November, and on March 10th for the Democratic primary, and then in November on and on and on, we must make sure to vote for people who will hold these big polluter companies accountable, who has stood up to them their entire careers. When we defeat Donald Trump in 2020, and flip the Senate, because that's really important also, and when we defeat Sam Lowe in 2021, and flip the fifth, we will have a greener Snohomish County, a greener state, and a greener planet on which we can have. Thank you.